what I want you to do is to click on your own tile, and you saw rename. What other options are there? At Samantha. Marlene Stevenson Daly. Hi, Marlene.
Hello, hello.
Hi. What kind of device are you on?
I'm on a computer, a laptop.
Awesome. So when you click those three dots on your tile, what do you see? What are some of the options that you see?
When I click my three dots, I have the option to mute my audio, start my video, blur my background, choose a virtual background or choose a video filter. I can pin myself, which I would imagine would keep me up on the screen.
Okay.
I can hide non-video participants, hide self-view. I can edit my profile picture and I can rename.
Awesome. Thank you. The others on the computer, are you seeing those same things? And I'll ask you to look for the reactions button that should be on the bottom for those on computer. For those who are on a tablet or a phone, you're going to look for your three dots and click or the thing that says more to find reactions. So the question is no. For those of you who are on computers, are you seeing all the things that Marlene Stevenson Daly just listed? If you are, then use the thumbs up reaction.
See all of those things that she mentioned. I changed my name and I'm seeing my name with my changed name, but nothing else.
Okay, because you'd have to hover over the tile again and see those three dots and click on the three dots to see it. So I see quite a few thumbs up, just making sure everybody is still with me. Samantha, you ready for me now? When you click on participants again.
I see pin and rename. Those are the only two things I see.
Okay, that's fine, not a problem. That's good. Samantha, when you click on tap on your name, what do you see? You have to unmute for me, Samantha. Sorry. Gosh.
Unmute and rename. That's it.
Okay, perfect. And that's what you should see from your mobile device. Good. No, thanks for that share a while ago, Toastmaster Joni. For those of you on computers, you're going to see to your bottom left corner of your screen. And Joni, can you do the walkthrough of this for me, please? You're on a computer, Joni? Let me just make sure. Yeah, both. So from the computer. So that up arrow beside stop video, I want you, those of you on your computer, to click that up arrow.
Click what?
There's an up arrow. So Toastmaster Joni is displaying for you.
An up arrow? I don't see any up arrow.
A little thing. Look at Joni's screen if you can, Jean, and I'm going to annotate. So let us.
I'm not seeing anything like that. I'm seeing, no.
You're referring to the share screen button, Shonari?
No, not the share screen button. Besides stop video, there's a little thing that points up like a, oh, where's my thing? Oh, right. Like that. So Joni, undo it and do it again so they can see.
It's called a carrot, BTM Bullock.
Sorry, it's called a what? Carrot.
A carrot, C-A-R-E-T. Sometimes people know by that name.
Go again.
Carrot, C-A-R-E-T.
C-A-R-E-T. Okay, a carrot. Okay, thank you so very much. So I learned something. I appreciate that. All right, so I want you to click on video settings there.
I don't see all of that. I'm still with my name. That's all I'm seeing. Nothing has changed.
Okay, have you looked to the bottom left of your screen? There's a thing that says stop video right beside where you'd say mute. Bottom left.
Start, yes, start video.
Stop,
Yeah.
it should say stop video. So click that little thing pointing up in the air, the caret right beside
Okay.
it. Right, and you're going to say stop video. Well, not stop video, you'll see video settings. So click on video settings.
Wait, I don't see that. I see, oh, wait. I don't see video settings. I see, oh, yes, yeah.
All right, Joni, you clicked on video settings. Okay, and let's go. Yeah, there you are. All right, let's go up to general.
General, where is that now?
Okay,
I'm lost.
Oh,
that's
yes.
okay. You won't see that, Samantha. Sorry. So you're going to be lost for a little while, but we soon come back and get you.
When we go to general, what do we do?
We're just going to look at the options that are here. So these are things that persons don't normally look at. And all right, one thing I want to draw your attention to is the Zoom updates. You have options of slow or fast, or I hope that's what the other one is. The slow option means that you won't always have the newest version of Zoom. And that's why sometimes you'll get asked to upgrade. Some organizations insist that you have the latest and greatest to join their meetings. But it's okay to keep your setting on slow because that those tend to be the more stable versions.
I don't see slow.
Except for not seeing slow on the computer, Shonari. You
Under
have
Zoom updates.
On the general, on the list on the general, I don't see
Right,
slow.
go down to Zoom updates. So Joni is showing it on her screen for you as well.
Would
Zoom
Zoom updates be
updates?
this? Would it be the same as Zoom apps?
No.
Oh, I see Zoom updates on the other
So
side.
under general, then Zoom updates.
Okay.
Okay. All right, we don't need to dwell here. The next thing I want to show you is under the share screen option. Because some of you may have to change this today so that you can show us some of the things that are happening. Audrey, what kind of device are you on? Audrey Amateur O'Connor? Oh, sorry, Joni, under the same, in the same video setting thing, in the same settings menu, go down to the share screen menu.
I must go down to share screen.
In the same settings menu, okay.
Go down to share screen.
Right, so, and the option that I want you to look at is the option that says show my Zoom windows to other participants when I'm screen sharing.
Post that disabled sharing.
Oh, I don't want you to share right now.
Show my Zoom windows.
Toastmaster Essie, that was the share screen at the bottom of the screen or the share screen in the settings menu.
Settings menu, sorry.
In the settings menu.
No. In the at the bottom of the screen.
Okay, go back. So go to the one in the settings menu. So why I want you to see that, because that is how
I'm getting a message that says host disabled participant screen sharing.
Okay, go back to the same settings menu that we were in a while ago, Jean. And it's okay if you just observe this one. So
okay.
Toastmaster Joni is able to show you what's going on her screen now because she has activated that show my Zoom windows to other participants when I'm screen sharing. So that's how she's able to demonstrate for you these different things. Salone Roberts.
Yes.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm fine, thanks.
Okay, you're with us still?
Yes, I the only thing is the settings. Where do I see this the word settings?
Okay, so I showed you one way of getting there, which is to go beside stop video or the mute thing, that up arrow looking thing. If you select video settings, it will carry you to that settings menu.
Okay.
And then you have the different options in here.
I'm still at
Okay.
host disabled participant.
Right. Yes, I'm seeing it now.
All right, excellent. So you can take your time, not necessarily right now, and go through the different options and see what's available. The only one that is calling to your attention right now is that share screen option, where you're able to show my Zoom windows to other participants when I'm screen sharing. It's the one, two,
yes, I'm
third
seeing
one,
it.
the second one down. Awesome. So Toastmaster Jean,
It says host disabled participant screen sharing. What am I to do about that?
Don't do anything. Look at what the settings thing that Toastmaster Joni is showing. To get to that, you beside that stop thing that says stop video, that little arrow that is pointing up, that caret, as I've learned, if you click on it, you see the little caret, Toastmaster Jean?
No.
Okay.
I'm still on host disabled participant screen sharing.
Well, cancel that, escape. Hit escape, come out, close that, come out of that.
Yeah, okay, say okay.
That's fine, yeah, say okay. All right.
And then I go to what now?
And I'll ask, and I'm going to allow screen sharing. And then you are going to go to the beside that stop video thing, that caret that's pointing up.
I don't see that.
You have to tell her start video, distinguished Toastmaster Shonari. Start video, not stop. She's looking for stop, but it's start video that we are seeing.
Oh, you are seeing start because your video is off. She would see stop because her video is on.
Okay.
Cool. Thanks for that, Toastmaster Sandra. And we just got a learning point from that as well.
So where are we now? I'm lost. I don't know.
All right, look towards the bottom left of the screen that's being presented.
Yeah.
Are you're looking at, you're seeing that?
Yeah. I'm seeing everybody. I'm seeing everybody.
All right, look towards the bottom left. I just drew a green
yes
thing around it. So so look for that thing that says stop video, that like what I'm pointing to on yours. You see it?
I see it, but I don't see stop video. I see the little icon.
Right. Okay, cool. No problem. You see the little icon, and then there's a little arrow pointing up right beside it. A very little arrow.
Very small arrow.
Yeah.
Very small arrow. It's not moving to anywhere.
All right. Toastmaster Jean, we're going to skip this one for you. And
yeah, I'm a rookie, remember, I'm a rookie.
I remember you're a rookie, but me and you can talk at any time, so don't feel, so we'll arrange the talks. So if you get left at any point, I might leave you here, but I'll come back for you outside of this session. So we're going to move on from this particular point. All right?
Okay, so you're gonna leave me.
I'm gonna leave you, but
that's what I understand. You're gonna leave me.
Yes, Toastmaster Jean, but I'll come back for you.
and it's okay, Toastmaster Jean. Remember, like all my training, you will have the video that you can go back and look at again and pause and refresh and redo over and over until you get it, okay?
Well, what are we going towards? Doing this to go where? To do what?
So that persons will have, I wanted persons to appreciate different basic aspects of the Zoom platform, to just go through some basics that we all on a pretty much even level. And then we do some activities like screen sharing, different screen sharing tasks, breakout rooms, if there are specific things that persons have a problem or challenge with or that they want to know.
Okay.
Right.
Master
Go ahead.
Shonari,
Go ahead, Toastmaster Debbie.
I am not seeing, I'm on the share screen and I am under the full screen mode, but I'm not seeing that share the windows that you want us to click on. I'm not seeing it in mine. My options.
Are you in the settings menu, Toastmaster Debbie?
Yes, general and then settings, yeah.
So, and you go down and you're not seeing an option that says share screen on the, so let us, so I'm going to go through it. Let me turn off this annotation thing. All right, so following along with me, we went to settings.
Right.
And you're not seeing on the audio, this thing that says share screen?
On the audio, I'm seeing the share screen, but on the other side to click on the options that you indicated, I'm not getting that option.
Okay, and it may be because of the version of Zoom that you have. So where, as you see, I have the option, you don't have it, correct?
Oh.
That's what you're saying.
Possible. That's possible.
Right, so you may have an older version of Zoom, and that happens sometimes. So sorry that you're not seeing it.
Okay.
But it's something that's available, as you can see that we're utilizing right now. Okay, cool. Now that we have covered that, I want you to, the same way that you right-clicked or
just hold a second.
Go ahead.
I
Sure.
sort of missed that. Sorry.
Mhm.
We went to video settings.
Right. It's just a way to get into settings without, so you could have gone on the thing. Right.
So what we're supposed to see is general, then video and audio. Yes.
General, video, audio, share screen. The same list that you seen this list that I have here of things that you can.
I'm not
change
seeing
the
your
settings for.
list. You're not showing your list. I'm not seeing your list.
Are you seeing my screen at all? My shared screen?
Okay, I'm now seeing it. Yeah. Okay, yes. Well, yes. So I have the same thing.
All right. So this is where you can modify all your different settings for Zoom that are those that can be modified on your computer. Joni did a training last week where she did focus on the settings that you need to modify from the Zoom US platform. Okay. All right. So the next task that I want you to do is to actually right click on somebody else's tile or find the three dots on someone else's tile and select and click on it. And so for you, Samantha, on your phone, click on somebody else's name. On the participants, click on somebody else's name. On somebody else's name, sorry. And if anyone has completed clicking on the on somebody else's tile, let me know. Click the three dots on somebody else's tile.
I see pin.
Chat and pin only.
All right, awesome. Yes, Toastmaster Nkenge. So that's correct. Nkenge? Your hand is up.
I was just indicating I had clicked on the tile.
Oh, okay. All right. So you got it.
It depends also because if the person don't have the video on, it's telling you hide non-video participants.
Okay, thank you. So you've clicked on somebody else's tile and you're getting the option to hide non-video participants, correct?
That's correct, if the video is not on.
All right, thank you for that.
I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that. When I click on somebody else's tile, I don't see anything coming.
Click on you click on somebody who doesn't have their video on and see what happens.
All right. No, I don't see anything.
I see the three dots. What do I do?
Click on the three dots, Toastmaster Jean, and tell me what you see.
I don't see anything.
I see pin.
Okay, good. That's fine. That's what you're supposed to say. Do you see chat as well, Toastmaster Jean?
No.
All right, no problem. That's fine.
Only pin.
No, I don't see that. I am seeing replace pin.
That's because you pinned somebody else already. Who was that's seeing replace pin?
Leona.
Toastmaster Leona.
I'm not seeing. Do I click participants? I'm not seeing.
Come in, Toastmaster Audrey. Toastmaster Leona, just because I get the opportunity, awesome job as conference chair.
Exactly.
I mean, it goes without saying. I can say it multiple times. Go ahead, Toastmaster Audrey. You clicked on someone else's tile and what's happening?
I'm not seeing anything come up. I'm not seeing the 3 pins. I don't know if there's anything.
You're not seeing the 3 dots?
No, on somebody else's tile, no. Unless I have to go into participants, do I have to do that?
Right click on it.
Right click?
On somebody else's tile and tell me. So if you're not seeing the 3 dots, try right clicking.
No. No, well, just tell me what I should see that I can at another time. They can move on.
All right, no problem. Well, you should see you should have the ability to pin them to in some cases to chat or
chat, yeah. Ask to unmute. Okay, yeah, I see it now.
So what we do with pin? What do we do with pin? What we do with pin?
With pin, that is like when you're in a meeting and you want the timer to stay on your main screen, then you pin, that's how you pin them. So that's the option that you use.
So that's where we are now.
Right. So, and you can't, if someone is spotlighted by the host or co-host, you won't be able to pin somebody else. The spotlight overrides your individual pin setting. Any questions?
This is too hard for me.
Don't worry.
That's all right.
At one point, I saw pin, chat, and on hide participant, I think it was. And it might have been, I was on somebody who wasn't sharing there. And then when I clicked on somebody else, all I was seeing was pin and chat.
Okay, good. So, and that's correct. Toastmaster Claudia, you had your hand up a little earlier.
I was going to say, thank you. I was going to say that because I'm using my phone, when you tap, nothing comes up, but when you hold down your finger on it, then it comes up. That's on the, you went on the participants, or that's from the main screen? From the what do you call them? The blocks? From the blocks. Okay, that's a good learning point, because I directed via the participant screen as well, but that's really helpful. So for those of you who are on phones, if you're going to use the tiles, you have to hold down on it, correct, Toastmaster Claudia? Yes, that's what happened for me. Okay, and then you saw the options to do what? Right, chat and pin. All right, awesome, thank you for that. You're welcome. So Toastmaster Samantha, you can try that as well. All right.
I'm on computer, Toastmaster Shonari, but my only option is to pin.
Is that okay? I'm wondering why you're not seeing the option to chat, but is it that you have the chat window open already?
No.
I don't know, but it's okay because, all right. So for those of us on computers, looking across the bottom of the screen, what are the options that you're seeing? And Toastmaster Marlene, since you are the last person that spoke, I'll pick on you again. What are the options?
Of my screen? Just the usual participants, chat, share screen, record, live transcript, reactions, apps, and whiteboards.
Okay, you see one beside it that says more?
Oh,
no.
Okay, so you stopped at whiteboards.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, which is fine, not a problem. You only see the more if there are more things there, options there than can fit on that tile. Now, I'm going to share my screen again. And I want you to tell me the difference between what's on the bottom of your screen and what you're seeing on the bottom of my screen.
Well, I think you have something that says security, which we don't.
Security.
Okay, cool, awesome. And you're all going to get this security tab in just a little while. So
and
that's
the pause and stop recording is also on yours, but not on ours.
okay. So as a co-host, I can pause and stop the recording, and I have this thing that's called security. And we're going to dive into this thing called security for all of us, and even for those of us on phones and tablets. This, I think, for persons who are hosting Zoom meetings is probably one of the most important tabs, because there are people out there who it is their entertainment to disrupt people's meetings and to do their best to throw us off. They're called Zoom bombers, and I've experienced it twice. The first time was with Toastmaster Joni. In fact, on both occasions, I believe it was at some kind of contest, speech contest. Right, it was at Toastmaster Marlene's speech contest, and they came in, and it was my first time being Zoom bombed. And what eventually ended up happening is that we, in our efforts to be secure, we kicked out the contest chair, and the contest chair could not get back into the contest. It was a proper mess, but since then I've developed some skills, and so has Toastmaster Joni. We're now certified, like really skillful. I'm trying to use like decent words when it comes to dealing with Zoom bombers now, and we want to make sure that you are so prepared as well. All right, so Toastmaster Joni, at this point in time, please take your time and make everybody a co-host. So your options are going to change. We went through that so that you'd see what your options are as a regular user, know what you can do as a regular user. But if you're going to be in charge of your Zoom meetings or backing up your Zoom master, whatever it is, you need to see exactly what they see and be able to play around with and manipulate the things that they play around with. Any questions while you're being made co-host? Any questions, any concerns so far?
How do I, Toastmaster Shonari, how do I update my Zoom? I'm here.
I will tell you just now. Share screen, so screen one, share. Let me find my Zoom window. All right, so your Zoom app has, you see my screen right now, Toastmaster Debbie?
Yes.
And I know my text is really small. It's because of I'll make it bigger to make it easier for you guys to read. All right, so this should be easier for you to read.
It says on my screen, replace co-host.
So Toastmaster Debbie, you see this icon under here that says settings? It will carry to the same settings menu. You could have gotten to the settings through the same method I showed you before.
Seeing it.
Cool. And trying to remember. That is opening on another window.
Okay.
1 second. I just did an app update recently, you know. All right, Toastmaster Debbie, let me think about this for a second, but you're supposed to be able to get to it from here.
Okay, sure. From profile, okay.
Oh, right. Oh, click on your own picture. Sorry. So click on your picture, and there's this thing that says check for updates. You seen it?
Yes, right. Seen it. Okay.
Right. So do it when you're out of this meeting.
Right.
You check for updates. It would tell you if you do an update or not, or if you have the latest version, and you can just go ahead and apply the update.
Okay, thanks. Okay.
All right.
Where are we now?
You're being made co-host, so we're just taking questions.
My thing says replace pin on the person who was a co-host, and it keeps moving up and down the screen. It's not staying on the person that I clicked originally.
I don't know.
It says remove pin.
I think Toastmaster Shonari, yes, person speak. Come into the spotlight, so that's what's happening for her.
That's probably exactly what's happening. They're moving around. All right, so Toastmaster, you should all be co-hosts now. Are you? Go ahead, Toastmaster.
Except Toastmaster Jean.
I'm not a co-host. I don't know what happened.
I didn't make Toastmaster Jean co-host at this time until she masters the platform, because as you know, it can cause things to happen in the meeting. Careful what you press, everybody.
All right, no problem. But luckily,
there's nothing against my name.
Go ahead. Sorry, Jean.
There's nothing against my name. I'm nothing.
All right.
It's muted now. I have the 3 dots against my name.
Okay.
I don't understand.
So, Joni, you're the host, right?
I am, yeah.
All right.
It says mute. It says mute against my name.
I'm going to risk it, Joni.
Okay.
She can't. All right. So the worst that can happen is, as host, Toastmaster Essie, I see your hand up. Go ahead, Toastmaster Essie.
Are you finished with the question that Jean was asking? Or you?
Yes, I'm finished. What happened? You wanted something else on it?
I had a specific question to ask.
Okay, go ahead.
How do I adjust or put forward a poll in a meeting?
Adjust or what?
Or create a poll in a meeting.
Okay. So to create a poll, you have to be the administrator of the account that is used for the meeting, and you're going to you'd actually do it outside of the actual. You do it on Zoom.us.
Okay.
And we can. It's out, as I stated earlier. Things may happen out of order, but it's fine.
That's fine. If it's further down on your schedule, that's fine. I'll wait. I'll wait.
Just make sure I don't forget it though, because it's something that you won't actually see.
Not hearing you now.
I'm seeing mute against my name.
Up. No problem, Toastmaster Jean. Where are you looking at? Participants?
No, that's not on my screen anymore. I'm seeing at the bottom, invite and mute all. Oh, I see participants now. Yes.
Okay, cool. No problem. We're good. So is everyone seeing
but
security
it says
now?
I'm co-host, but I don't see anything on the other side.
So what you're going to see now, Toastmaster Jean, look at the bottom of your screen. You should see something that says security. Is everybody seeing that security now? And for those of you who are on tablets.
Yes, I see security.
Click on more and then scroll and you should see meeting settings and security in the options. Similarly for those of you on phones, click on more and you should see security as well.
I see security, but I don't see meeting settings.
All right, that's fine, that's good. So give me a thumbs up if you're seeing security. If anyone is not seeing security, let me know. All right, so we're seeing security. And I see people have already started clicking and unclicking some of the stuff, which is fine. We're here to touch things and hopefully not break them. As long as Toastmaster Joni doesn't hit end the meeting, we're good. So
are we to click on security?
Click on security and look at the options that are there. So what you can do, when you clicked on it, tell me the options that you're seeing, Toastmaster Jane.
Enable waiting room.
Okay, are you seeing one that says lock meeting at the top?
Yes.
Okay, so we see lock meeting. When you select lock meeting, that stops anyone from joining the meeting. So just the persons who are in the meeting, other persons can't just come in the meeting or pop in.
Yeah.
Enable waiting room. At the start of this meeting, you saw Toastmasters logo with pretty graphics and so on. That was the greeting thing, but you can, that area that you get held in where you're probably viewing a video or seeing some text that says, welcome to this meeting, please remember to unmute or whatever, that is the waiting room. So we can enable or disable the waiting room. It's good to enable the waiting rooms that you can vet who is coming into your meeting. You can look and see if it's a name that you recognize, if it's somebody that should be there. If you see somebody show up to your meeting that's named Osama bin Laden or Daisy Smurf, that is probably not a legitimate person who should be in your meeting. Don't accept them. Below that, you see where we can allow participants to share screen, to chat, rename themselves, unmute themselves, start video. With these options, persons who want to disrupt your meeting, their share screen option is their favorite place to start. Disabling or enabling chat is something you can do at the specific times in your meeting. Maybe if you have speeches going on and you don't want, or something important that you don't want a lot of background chatter going on, then you can disable the chat. The allow persons to rename themselves. This is one, it's in Toastmasters meetings, we like to have the opportunity to rename ourselves so that we can put the name of our role, etc., etc. But this is one that if I'm starting a meeting and I'm not going to be present to be vetting the persons coming in and I disable the waiting room, I also disable the ability for peer persons to rename themselves, because persons who Zoom bomb or try to disrupt your meeting, they will come in and name themselves using the same naming convention that you are using, or even imitate the name of someone else who is already in the meeting. They steal the profile, the display picture, whatever it is, and you have an exact carbon copy of that other person. So we'd have 2 Jerry Robinsons in the meeting, for example, and we wouldn't know which is the real Jerry Robinson or not, for example. So you can consider when you want to enable or disable these things to meet your particular requirement. Toastmaster Claudia, I see your hand up.
Yes, thank you. A question, as it relates to security, if someone is coming in and you have them in the waiting room, how can you say to them from the waiting room, please rename yourself or we will not allow you in? Is there an option for that?
All right, the persons in the waiting room, and I stand to be corrected, Toastmaster Joni, they can't actually rename themselves. They actually have to leave the meeting, and when they're joining the meeting, rename themselves again. So while they're in the waiting room, they wouldn't be able to rename themselves there, but you can send them a message. So you can
from in the waiting room.
Chat.
Yes, you can chat to them.
Right.
You can put the other me. I think you can put the other me in the waiting room to act as an example. That's why there's 2 of me, not the one I'm talking from, the other one. You can actually
Just put the other me in the waiting room.
I'm going to put one of me's in.
All right, that works too.
Okay.
But you can talk to them and you can rename them while they're there. They can't, but you can. No.
Oh, somebody admitted me. Don't readmit me. So when I'm in the waiting room, all my good, helpful co-hosts, please do not readmit me. This is for the demonstration
Just
to answer.
on a point.
Go ahead.
Can I just add this point for all Zoom masters, especially when you're on the mobile device? That thing will pop up and it is so tempting. Unless you are the Zoom master or participant screen monitor, do not touch anything other than you're assigned to do whenever you have been assigned a role from a Zoom master, because you can inadvertently mess with everything that was laid out on the platform. But I'm glad somebody did it, so I can make sure I bring that up. If your job is to let people in, don't do anything except let people in. If your job is to just mute, don't do anything else. The assisting sometimes actually works out to be the detriment.
Okay, thank you. But that, so when you are now in the waiting room, we go to the chat and we will see you listed there.
Right. Toastmaster Joni, can you read me the one that I'm talking from? Make it co-host again, please. All right, awesome. And we're going to put the one that says phone in the waiting room, please, Joni. Oh, I know what happens. So, I don't even know what happened anymore. Okay. So thanks. So phone is now in the waiting room. So if you go to the participants list, and everybody can follow along, go to the participants list, and even those on as co-hosts on the tablets, you'll see waiting room at the top with one person in it. Are you seeing that? Give me a thumbs up if you're seeing that. Okay, and you see that option with
you are the one. You are the one person.
I'm the one person in the waiting room. Don't let me back in.
Okay.
So you can message that person either from the chat window. You can, so if you click message, that is, some of you will see the site just to the. Let me display it for you to make sure we're on the same page.
Oh, I see message, yeah.
Right. When you click message, it will open the chat window, and on the to line, it will say waiting room participants. And I say, somebody said, rename yourself. Somebody said, this is a test message. Please rename. Good. So we're getting the hang of it. So you can message a person in the waiting room. And
I can't find my message anymore on the phone. Why?
Tap on the thing there. Tap on the person in the waiting room, and you should get the option.
Oh, when I did that, I think I probably was the culprit. When I did that, I think I admitted you.
Okay, no, so you don't want to select the admit option.
I actually clicked on your name, not the admit.
Oh, and it just let me in?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know. Somebody says welcome. All right, so I'm giving someone the challenge now to rename that device in the waiting room. Anyone can take up the challenge. In just a minute, I will get you out. So some people are having fun here.
Just a point of information on this part. Persons on the mobile device, we don't get that option.
I find it. I find the chat option. I find the chat.
Good.
So I am good.
Yeah, I was just about to say that, Joni, because I'm not having that option.
No, and if you press it, you're going to admit automatically. That's why mobiles work best for participants.
Somebody changed me to Zoom bomber. Bin Laden. Oh boy.
I did that.
All right, I see the reaction.
You're in the waiting room.
Hi, Sean.
You're in the waiting room.
I'm in the waiting room. I'm no Clark Kent. This is getting better. This is heading towards where I want to get to now. Because Clark Kent is just one step from you know who.
No, no.
You don't know who, Toastmaster Gene?
No, Clark Kent.
You know. No. I know you know.
No.
He's faster than a speeding bullet. Able to leap tall buildings in a single bound. It's a bird, it's a plane. It's Superman.
Oh, Clark Kent. Okay, yeah.
Cool. All right. So I have been let in as
I've been trying to talk to you all the time and I was muted. I was
sorry, Toastmaster Sandra.
Sorry, I was trying to say I didn't see the message, you know, where you're asking us to send messages. I'm not seeing that.
Oh, you didn't see it?
No.
Okay. So let's put me in the waiting room again. And you're on a, what kind of?
I'm on a laptop.
On a laptop. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you seeing the in the participant screen? Are you seeing the person in the waiting room?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Beside that thing that says waiting room, do you see message in blue?
Yeah. Well, this is I'm seeing that, but this is your sharing screen.
No, that's your screen. I'm not sharing
anything. Okay, all right. Yes,
now.
I saw message. That's it. Okay, right. Yes.
Right. So click on message and.
Now I see Sandra Lutchman is in the waiting room.
Right.
And Superman.
Right, that's me.
Yeah.
And I'm so okay if you all call me Superman from here on forward in Toastmasters. I'm good with this.
So you're in. I said
right, I'm in the waiting room.
Admit.
No, don't admit me. Oh, no, we have one. I like, who is Wonder Woman though?
I see Wonder Woman. No.
That's probably distinguished Toastmaster Sandra Lutchman.
Okay, but I said there's a Sandra Lutchman in here as well. Okay, but I'm good with Sandra being Wonder Woman. Both Sandras. Alrighty. Cool. So we can let me in now. So somebody can admit me. So Toastmaster Claudia, we're good with waiting rooms and messaging now?
Could I put a pause right here?
Sure.
For contest, if you notice, you had two options. You had admit all, and you could admit individually. My suggestion is don't get in the habit of just hitting admit all, because say you're in a contest and it's a table topics contest, and one of the contestants fell off and you put them in the waiting room. Out of habit, you may accidentally admit them. So I would practice makes perfect. I would say avoid admit all as much as possible and get in the habit of admitting individuals. Obviously not when the 100 people in the beginning, because that would be a whole lot of work, but during the course of a meeting, get in the habit of admitting individuals.
Thank you, Toastmaster Joni. Excellent, excellent point. All right. So, any questions at this point? So I know Toastmaster SA wants us to create polls. Let's look at the share screen options. Then we look at the breakout rooms. And Joni, breakout rooms not enabled for this meeting or account?
I do believe it is supposed to be there, but the thing is it starts with the host. So let me give you host.
No, well, I don't need it right now. And remember, I'm the person who is very good at ending meetings. So I confess to you all, some of you know, some of you have been to meetings that I've inadvertently ended partway through, but since this whole Zoom thing, I've ended at least 3 Toastmasters meetings when they shouldn't have ended. So you have to be very careful when you're host, that red button that says end, like, leave it alone.
Give it back, give it back.
I'm giving it back because you know me, Toastmaster Joni. Where are you, Joni?
That happened to me already.
Logical logistics, hand raised.
Okay.
I was host and they wanted to have a meeting with some people and I ended the meeting. And
no, it has happened to me in a few Toastmasters meetings. You know, I can't even say it has happened just once, but sometimes you're there and your mind wanders and you click you want to leave. I want to leave for some reason. I click the red button and the thing to confirm it comes up and I just keep clicking. Yep.
Sometimes it's accidental where you're made host and you don't even know.
Oh yes, I did that to you once, didn't I, Toastmaster essay? Yes, I need to. RCD says, I agree. Cool. All right, so where were we now? We're going to look at the share screen options. And no.
I don't see anything at the bottom of my screen. It's gone. There's nothing at the bottom of my screen. Share screen is not at the bottom of my screen.
I don't know why. Are you seeing mute? Oh, it may be in more.
I see mute all.
No, so hit escape.
So what am I to do?
Actually press the escape key on your keyboard, Toastmaster Jean. And
okay.
Are you seeing mute? No? Mute, stop video, security. You're seeing all of those at the bottom of your screen?
No. Oh yes, I'm seeing it now. Yes, I'm seeing it now. It's come back. It's come back.
All right, cool. Awesome. So I'm asking you all to hit the share screen option. And for those of you on mobile devices, you'll see on share content, you'll see a bright green button with an arrow pointing up.
Point of order, there's someone in the room. Okay.
Go ahead.
Nelson Mandela is in the room still.
In the waiting room?
Seeing so. On my screen, I'm seeing room 1, Nelson Mandela.
That is the breakout room that they just created.
All right, no, that is actually Toastmaster Shonari got renamed. A good way to find out who it is by looking on the profile picture. And this gives another point I'd like to share. If you are going to do the renaming on the contest as judges, if you go and look in the participant screen, you'll see who Superman and Nelson Mandela actually are. The brilliant idea to be renamed as judge, but your picture is still your picture or a picture that everybody knows. This also needs to be thought about whenever you're doing arrangements of that nature as well. So are you seeing who Nelson Mandela is?
So
how would you see him? You click on him, there's...
No, just click on participant screen and scroll down. You'll see the tile.
Go to participants and then scroll down.
And just scroll down until you see the actual name and you will see who Nelson Mandela is.
Shonari.
That's right. I'm a hero all around today. So challenge for you all. There's an option in security that will help to solve this problem. So that when you, as Toastmaster Joni said, if you're persons are renaming themselves as judges and you want them to be trying to not give the answer away, you want them to not be seen by anybody else, for persons not to know their identity. The option is in security. I encourage, so look in security and you can select the option and let's see how it works.
Hide profile pictures.
Absolute, and somebody unhid them. Right, so you can hide the profile pictures. Great. And since
the individuals, it's not a blanket thing, right? You do, they click on
no,
them.
it's for everybody. Everybody in the meeting will go away. What you need to be mindful of though is that when persons go into breakout rooms, the profile pictures will likely be back. It doesn't, you'd have to, right, but make sure it's at least done in the main room. At the bottom of that security tab, look in that security tab again. There's this thing that says suspend participant activities.
Yeah.
That's what you do in a situation where you are actively being Zoom bombed. Somebody's and they normally come in groups, so 4 or 5 of them, so it's hard to be tracking them down individually. As co-host, you suspend participant activities, and that stops everything from happening. It hides all the profile pictures, mutes everybody, and that gives you the time. So now there's no more offensive behavior taking place. Now that gives you the time to sort through things. You can unmute, tell persons that this is happening and we're addressing it. So everybody knows what's happening. They understand why they're muted, why nothing seems to be happening. But we're not, well, all of you are co-hosts almost right now, so it wouldn't impact you in terms of stopping you from being able to do things. Angela Amateur Edwards, I see your hand.
Yes, Toastmaster Shonari. This is for everybody. Like if I want to suspend the whole room.
Yes.
Oh, because it's singular, so that's what I was wondering.
Do you want to suspend what?
Everybody.
Okay.
Okay. Got you. Thank you.
They need a Toastmaster grammarian to help them out. Well spotted. You're welcome. All right. So share screen. So click on share screen, and someone help me out, please. At the top, beside basic, what are you seeing? Beside the word basic, what are the other words there?
Advanced and files.
Awesome. So let's focus on the basic first of all. Under basic, you're going to see the screen 1. If you have more than 1 screens, you'll see the screens numbered. You'll see maybe whiteboard, iPhone or iPad, depending on the version of, and I'll share mine now so you can see, depending on the version of Zoom you have. So I am screen sharing now, and I'm going to go as if I'm going to share my screen again. Hide floating meeting controls. Cool. So you'll see if you had an application open like PowerPoint, which I actually do, you should also have options to share individual applications, etc. If you want to share your screen and sound, make sure to select the share sound option and then select shared, but don't actually do it right now. Under advanced, we're going to advanced. You may have the option for PowerPoint as a virtual background. This depends on the version of Zoom you have. I'm sure most of you would by now have seen persons presenting a PowerPoint and their picture shows up in their video shows up in the PowerPoint. So that's the option that you'd select. You can share a portion of the screens, like I can select to just share the top left corner of my screen, the bottom left, whatever it is. If I have another camera, I can select to share that as well in my shared screen. I can select computer audio to select share computer audio only. I'm avoiding the video option because my recollection, it doesn't work so wonderfully, and you can achieve the same thing from the basic share your screen and share the screen sound. The optimize for video clip option, in my experience, has not worked very well either.
Page, you know, you've gone. I don't know where you are now because that page is gone.
Okay, but you should be seeing what I'm sharing, so you can just follow along with what I'm sharing.
I'm not seeing anything except the names of everyone. It's gone. It's gone right back to find a participant. I've lost.
Hit your escape key again. I see Toastmaster Angela, is that a new question or your hand still up from before?
Sorry.
No problem, that's fine. All right, Jean, you with us again?
No, I've lost it completely. I've gone back to just the list of participants.
Okay, all right. Click on that list at the top of that participants thing, and hit escape. See what's happening.
I don't see escape.
Did I admit Shelley? I see Shelley waiting in the waiting room.
Yes, admit Shelley. We know Shelley. Thank you. So Johnny, Toastmaster Marlene could be our waiting room monitor.
That works for me.
All right. So those are our share options. Something I want to show you about sharing. If you started a share and you didn't remember to share your computer sound, if you click on this strip, if you click on more, you can select from here to share the sound. So that's an option. So you don't have to stop the share and go back in and reshare again. Just go to more, scroll up, select share sound, and you know sharing sound. If you want to stop sharing the sound, go to share sound, click it again, you stop sharing the sound. So you can toggle the sharing of the sound on and off without restarting the share completely. Everybody okay with where we're at? Toastmaster Gina, I know you're not okay, but we soon find it. Go ahead.
Can you repeat, please? I didn't get that. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I was switching device.
Okay, so which part is just about the sharing of the sound?
Yes.
Once a screen share started? All right, no problem. All right, so Toastmaster Leona is sharing.
I'm not seeing the more.
You should see the strip that for you to control the thing. It should be there. Click on your Zoom window. Click on the Zoom thing on your taskbar, right?
Okay.
Right. Select, right. Click on that meeting controls. It must be, do you have more than one screen?
I have just the one screen.
Just the one screen.
Not sure if she was here when you told her to enable share window in the actual meeting, so she might not have been here when you did that enabling, and it could be why that screen is being shown.
Oh, but maybe that's why we are not seeing it though.
Right.
Right, but she should be seeing it, and I don't think she sees it. Those meeting controls, are you seeing them on your screen at all, Toastmaster Leona?
Let me go back. The Zoom. No.
All right, Toastmaster Leona, I'm going to show you again, and well, I'll take Toastmaster Sandra quickly, and then we'll go. Right, so when I start you, it will stop. How you stop would be from that same control bar that you're not finding.
Oh, it's up on top. Maybe.
Okay. Whew, good. All right, so the more is there on that. So I'm happy that you found it. Right, cool. Toastmaster Sandra Theodore.
Yes, so the question I have is the screen that we were at just before you moved away, where they had a second device, I think it was. Is that where, like, if you have a second camera here, is that a situation where you're having a hybrid meeting?
You can use it in a hybrid meeting. It's just that the output of the second camera will show up where you normally, like your PowerPoint presentation or whatever, would show up. Right. So yes, I wouldn't use it for a hybrid meeting because persons may still want to share using that share option. So for a hybrid meeting, and Toastmaster Joan is an expert at this one, I do recommend having another device to provide your second camera view. All right. Okay. That's Toastmasters Joan's endorsement. Cool. All right, Toastmaster Marlene, I see your hand. Marlene?
Yes, I just wanted to ask about sharing from the perspective of the whiteboard, which was also on that screen just now.
All right, no problem. And let's do it. So I'm going to ask you to click the whiteboard. So All right. So Jeannie, share it.
I have.
Okay, so we're going to, you see that option that says new whiteboard, and those you can follow along. So you click new whiteboard. I have one prepared actually, but we're going to go with one. You're going to set up one right now. So new whiteboard, and at the bottom right, it says open and collaborate. Are you seeing that?
Yes.
Okay, so click open and collaborate. Great. So now you can change the title of it. And I want this whiteboard to be, what are the pros and cons of online meetings?
Okay, so it's like I'm using a regular flip chart or something in
Correct.
you know, in days gone by. So if I click where it says untitled, no?
Somebody says internet drop, Zoom bombers, right? And this is why we have to make sure we don't have any Zoom bombers, because they will disrupt our activities.
So for me to write on the board, I would need to click on this pencil icon here. Oh, but
that's if you're going to write. That's if you're going to draw with your mouse or with a pen or whatever it is. So who stopped sharing?
Where did my whiteboard go?
I think or a Zoom bomber. Or oh no, somebody started sharing the screen. That's what happened to your whiteboard.
Oh.
So
Audrey started to share a screen. So
I was just trying to follow along. I'm sorry.
No problem, that's fine.
So can we stop that in a regular meeting? Can we stop that?
We can stop the screen sharing and still allow whiteboards. If you want to protect against whiteboard stopping disruption. But everybody here is a co-host right now, so that's why we kind of have to be a little careful. So I want you to click things, but just pause before you activate whatever it is. All right, so your whiteboard was, I think it's untitled, it's still there. So I'm going to reopen it. All of us, anybody.
Where was it? Where did you find it to reopen it?
Some bumped, and I'll be back.
Sorry?
All right, I'm still here. It looked as if my Zoom was crashing, but it didn't crash. All right, so you can change the title. So, for example,
and to do that, I just click on the screen.
Click on the screen in the section where the title is. I'm doing it right now, so I'm changing it to pros and cons, and you can rename it something else. So I've changed the title of it.
And all you do is click in the area that you need to write.
Correct. If I want to put text somewhere. All right, so Jean, we're not doing screen sharing right now, Jean. So we're working on the whiteboard. So restart the whiteboard.
Okay, so we're back at the pros and cons, and it says you're co-editing Shonari Bullock's whiteboard, which means anybody in the meeting can write on this board.
Marlene, go again.
Yes. No, I was asking if anyone can write on the whiteboard, or do you have to give permission?
Anyone can, and you can change it. Oh, let me share my screen so you can see. Oh, this is going to be tricky now. You probably won't be able to see, but when you're opening the whiteboards, there's an option beside where it says open and collaborate. where you can select if all participants can edit or all participants can view. So like if you're a teacher teaching a class, you can set it so that they can just view and you're the one that can edit, or you can allow everybody to be able to edit.
Okay.
All right. I had prepared one before this, so I'm going to just share the one that I had prepared. So in this situation, we have pros and cons of online meetings. Now, what I'm going to invite you all to do is to go over to the text box, that capital T, click on it, and it will allow you to create a text box. And you can drop that text box anywhere you want to. And you can add text to the board under the appropriate columns. If somebody has created a kind of a chart or a form or whatever else, then you can actually collaborate and fill this in at the same time, or you can have something predefined where you want people to interact with it or click a particular box or connect line, whatever it is, you can have. All right, can somebody put something under the cons, please? All right, I see somebody actually giving us a sensible answer. It allows for easy access once you have Wi-Fi or data. Good. Anything under the cons? What are some cons of online meetings?
Forgive me, Mr. Trainer. I was a bit
Sure.
distracted and missed how we got to your wonderful board, so I can jump on.
Okay, no problem. Are you seeing the whiteboards option on the bottom, Toastmaster Sean?
Yeah. All right, no problem.
Good. And I see somebody discovered the sticky note. Good. All right, so you can be creative, come up with ideas and as to how you want to use this. These whiteboards can be made available for persons after the meeting. They can be exported as a PDF or a picture. So you have options as to, you can figure out how you use them as a part of your toolkit for interacting.
Master Shonari,
yes,
not
Toastmaster Debbie.
Type on the cons. Every time I attempt to type, it keeps disappearing.
Same thing here.
It's because Zoom is telling you there are no cons to online meeting. We will not have it.
If you click on that text thing and you drag the thing, it's supposed to establish a text box anywhere you click.
Mm-hmm. But you start typing and it just doesn't accept it.
Right. It doesn't accept it.
All right.
Gina started sharing her screen, so.
All right. All the stuff that we did already will still be there. I'll just reopen it. So reopened. Jean, you're muted.
All right, just to say, press the text button, then click on cons. Even though I'm not helping with that part, I don't want to.
Really, Jody?
Click on it and drag it over.
Just click on text and then click on text and then click anywhere you want to put your text.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, we're telling you there are no cons to it. It's all over here.
Right, and you can access this from your tablets. I'm not seeing it on my phone, so I know that, but it's there on my phone. So let's see, host disabled part. Oh, I know why. Because my phone is a regular person and had no access to the whiteboard. Because it was disabled in security. So that's the thing about the security settings, that the things you disable are disabled for persons who are not the host or co-host. All right. So anybody who still want to try something with the whiteboards, let me know, because we're about to move. Speak now.
I just typed something, but I'm not seeing it.
So Wonder Woman is Sandra Lutchman.
Who is Sandra Lutchman?
Wonder Woman.
Oh yes, I'm Wonder Woman.
So do you enter or do you just, because every time I put something in and I enter, it just disappears?
Yeah.
So Zoni, I was just.
You ought not to?
No, you should be able to, like, but once you finish typing it, you just move your thing out of the screen and click somewhere else. It should stay.
I did. I put fatigue and it comes up, but then.
Yeah, that was happening a little while ago, but I was able to put Zoom bombers just now for one of the cons of online meeting.
Are you all seeing what I put in personal?
I am seeing Zoom B twice.
All right, so when that happens, you have Zoom bombers, but you have sized the box so that it's a certain size and we're not able to see it. So if you'll notice that there's a framing on it, pull it out. You'll notice some dots along the line of it. So when you click on it, pull it out further to make it longer or wider, and then we'll be able to see everything. But to edit, you have to click back on the actual text. So just click on it and resize it.
Once you type it, then you come out of the box and then click.
That should be saved. And I noticed that some persons have been creating pages, which is fine, not a problem. Okay, so it's something for you to play around with, and it just that you know it's there. You can figure it out as you go along exactly how you interact with it. So we're going to move from our whiteboard.
May I? And as the host, if you'll notice something is moving around, somebody in the pro section lose internet connectivity. I have been there and I do not think that is a pro in the least. So you can actually move it over to con as the host. If somebody puts something the wrong place, you can move it. Like, I don't think Shona, I'm hoping Shona is not a con, so I moved her over. And Marlene, don't press enter, just click outside of the box.
Yes.
All right, so moving from our whiteboards. Now onto our breakout rooms. Okay, dokie. And Joni, it looks like the way this is set up, only you have the ability to do the breakout rooms.
Shonari, I'm lost.
I know, Jean. I'll come and find you.
Where are you now? I don't even know where you are. I can't see anything on it.
You're not seeing me at all?
No, I'm not seeing anything.
Oh boy. Jean.
I have just a list of participants. That's all I'm seeing. So I don't know what you're doing. I'm not following anything.
I tried to figure out how to find you, Jean. Jean, click on your you know the bar that your Windows bar at the bottom of your screen, your regular screen where you see the start thing. Go ahead. Who was that? Toastmaster Leona.
On the Zoom button, and she should be able to find out.
You don't have anything at the bottom of my screen. All I'm seeing is mute all, invite and mute all. I'm not seeing anything else.
Right, you're
right,
on the
because you have the participant screen open. Look at the top right of that screen. There's an X, a red. When you hover over that X, you see it in red.
Yeah.
Click on that, close it. So select close.
Okay.
What are you seeing now?
I'm seeing you and I'm seeing me. I'm seeing
Awesome.
Joni.
All right, you're back. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to walk through breakout rooms. Okay. Are you all seeing my screen? Give me a thumbs up if you're seeing it.
Yes. started
It
sharing.
says the host is not allowing a participant to unmute themselves. That's all I'm seeing on the screen.
It's loading, Shonari.
Okay, no problem. Marlene, tell me when you have it. Go ahead, Joni.
Okay, I think while we wait, good teachable moment. Are you seeing the breakout rooms options now on your screen? When you click on more, is everybody seeing breakout rooms there now?
Yes. No, it just says Shonari Bullock has started screen sharing. But
no, in more, are you seeing the breakout room option? If you're on a mobile device, you won't see it. You'll only be able to see it if you're on a Chromebook,
it's there now,
a Windows-based tablet, or an actual laptop.
My laptop says start focus mode when I click more.
Only start focus mode. You're not seeing breakout rooms?
No.
No, I'm not.
You need a one-on-one for your settings.
Yes, when you click on more, the breakout rooms.
Breakout rooms is at the bottom of the screen already.
Okay, right. So good. So it's there, Joni.
So when you click on more, what do you?
All right. So it's visible now specifically because whenever you start the meeting, the host is the one who has the option to create the breakout room initially. So whoever is assigned host would create it. After a breakout room has been created and utilized, as in open and closed, then the co-host get the opportunity to create it or recreate it depending on what you put in your settings.
Thanks for that, Joni. Toastmaster Natalie, jump in.
I am not seeing anything for breakout room. What I'm seeing different
I'm seeing breakout room. I'm seeing breakout room. So do we click on that?
If you're on a mobile device, you will not be able to create it. You can only access and go in and out. You won't be able to create a breakout room unless you're on a Chromebook, a Windows-based tablet, or an actual computer that is a Windows device, or that other ISO. I think it's a Mac, right, Carol? Right, Bihari? Those Mac things work as well to do that.
Natalie, are you
we go to breakout room?
Right, but I don't want you to click anything other than breakout rooms. So that first thing that shows up, that's what I want you to be looking at. I don't do anything else.
So click on breakout rooms now.
Right. So I just want.
And I see
you
room
see no screen as yet, Shonari. You're still trying to share.
And I'm going to stop the share because it just seems to be stuck.
I'm seeing room 1 Nelson Mandela.
Okay, so click on options and I need to figure out why my sharing is acting stupid.
Allow participants.
The options you get are allow participants to choose room, allow participants to return to the main session at any time, automatically remove all assigned participants into breakout rooms. And then you have the notifications where the breakout rooms close automatically after 30 minutes, or I guess you can set the time. And then you have a countdown after closing breakout room, where you can set your countdown timer for up to 60 seconds.
That is correct. And you can change that timer from 60 seconds to something else.
Right.
All right. Now, some things to note. So most are pretty evident. Thanks, Joni. Stop me, please, because my screen sharing seems to have gone crazy.
2 items ticked on this list.
Right. So I'm going to go through them.
Okay.
To choose room, that's, you know, if you've been to a meeting where it says, all right, you can choose your room and you need to click on the breakout rooms icon, or it pops up, and if you're on a mobile device, you look for the icon, you hold it down and you can choose which room you go in. That is the option that allows you to do that. So you can have a room for, like with the club officers training, a room for presidents, vice presidents education, vice presidents membership. To figure out who is who and putting them in the room manually. You create the rooms and then it allows persons to select the appropriate room for themselves. allow participants to return to the main session at any time. If you're having a speech contest, you don't want to allow this because you don't want persons to inadvertently return to the main room and therefore end up disqualifying themselves from the contest or something where
All right, let's see if the backup is one of those days, you know, Murphy has to walk about. All right, so we'll wait and allow Toastmaster Shonari to get back or connect with his other devices. If you have any questions so far as it relates to anything while we wait, though, this would be a good time. Am I muted?
No, you're not muted.
Okay. All right. I was asking, do you have any questions so far?
Yes, we're still in room 1, and at the bottom I see open all rooms.
All right, you're not in room 1. What you're seeing right now as it relates to the breakout rooms is how you create a breakout room.
Okay.
I created one as host to ensure that we had a room. So what would happen is, to start from the beginning, I'm going to go recreate. You have the option at the top, you'll see create one breakout room. This is the number of rooms that you want. Now, in my case, I'm going to be honest, I'm going to put 4. Now, say you're having a fun activity, right, Toastmaster Marlene? Remember Western nights that we were having all that fun, and you want to pick a team.
Yes.
So I am going to pick my party because I am going to want my people on my team, right? Is that fair? No, it is not. So as master, it's not fair to put somebody like me to assign people because I may just pick my friends because I want to win and I want them on my team. How we would get around that is just to click assign manually. Now that will just choose to assign us in any order randomly. And that's the easiest way to know that it's fair. Now you can include the co-host, which I have to do because everybody is a co-host right now. When you do that, it will include the co-host. Now say for example, it is a game night and we've made the co-host persons who are involved. We don't want them in the room. So you're going to take them off and that will prevent them from being assigned to the room. But because everybody's a co-host, we're going to include it. Now you have another option, which is assign manually, where you can pick the persons that you're putting in there. You use that for the context. So say we're having a contest and you're going to have the room that everybody's going in. You already know. Everybody knows I'm militant at this and you've heard it a billion times, but I'm gonna say it again, but I'm gonna try to be nice with it this time. I don't know who you are at a contest. I've never met you a day in my life. I don't know your government name. I am looking specific and only for your role, which means if you're a contestant, ensure that you follow the naming protocol. If you're a judge, ensure that you follow the naming protocol. If you're the sergeant at arms, follow the naming protocol, because I've never met anybody in Toastmasters a day in my life when I'm Zoom Master, and therefore I'm not going to go in 100 people to look for one specific name. I'm going to give you a good example. Right now, with 30 plus of us on this, if I ask you to look through and find every single Toastmaster Shonari's account, especially since one is even renamed, but I know his picture, how difficult would that be in a contest where I have to move quickly? So now that you're seeing it, you understand the reason why it's so important to have these naming protocols, because that's what we look for to move as quickly as possible behind the scenes. Because the point of a Zoom master is if you can hear me talking, something has gone wrong. You know I'm doing well when you don't see me and it just get done, but once I have to step in, it means something has gone wrong. So we also have let participants choose room. Why do we use that? Say we're having club officers training And in club officers training, you know, you have the sergeant at arms, the president, vice president, education, etc. You already know the rooms that you're going to create. However, there are 200 people on it, and you really don't want to sit and assign 200 people because most people know how to move in and out. And for me moving 200 people, maybe 150 people would actually know how to get there by themselves so the trainer can start while you assign everyone on the back end. That would be why you would use that option. So right now, I was gonna do assign automatically because we're testing it. And I see Shonari coming back on to the platform. So let me just recreate. And you go to assign automatically. You can choose the number of rooms. I'm doing 4, include co-host, and we go recreate. Now, when you do that, if you notice, you see that it just randomly puts everybody into a room. If you go here, you can click rename to rename it whatever you want. Say you want to name it contest, you have the name of it. Somebody, I'm gonna ask you, you're not going to be able to pull it up now because I am working on it. So you wouldn't be able to make the changes because it's mine. So if you pull it up, you're going to see the one I created before, which is why I keep stressing that we work on what we're doing, because right now you can be creating another breakout room while I'm creating this breakout room and we won't be collaborating. It's only collaborate once you click open the room, then everybody will be able to go. The creation process is actually individual to each person. So you can delete the room. Oh, I don't want to have 4 rooms. All right, I'm gonna delete this one. So let me delete that room. So I can take it off, etc. And the reassignment, etc. will still work.
Okay,
now,
I was about to ask Joni, if when you delete a room, does it automatically redistribute the persons who would have been in the room deleted?
It should redistribute because it's automatically assigned.
Okay.
All right, so I do believe Toastmasters Shonari covered allow participants to return to main session at any time and automatically move all participants into the breakout room. I love this one for contest because I don't have to have any talk. I move you. You don't get to move. I do everything. You're in there and then you're not, and then you're back when I want. The important part for me setting these up, you can, all right, have you ever been in a room and you see it counting down, like you see 20 minutes and you see the numbers going down? That's actually here. And you can actually change the time and this will provide the room with a countdown. Why I don't recommend it in Toastmasters is that a lot of the time, if we have 45 minutes for the room, sometimes something happens and you might have to extend it, and it's easier to just close the room as Zoom master and keep the timer with you in the main room. However, if you are certain of what's going to happen, you have 30 minutes, no more than 30 minutes, you can click that and select notify me when time is up, and that will give the room countdown across every single breakout room that you'll have. Now, this part, countdown after closing breakout room, always adjust here, and I'll tell you why. This is how fast the persons move. In a contest, I always put 10 seconds because I want them to move fast. I want them to come out quickly and I want them to come back quickly, because sometimes, especially in Toastmasters, because we all say, Madam Zoom Master, please open the room. You know, for me quick, so I open it fast. Oh, before we open the room, and you have to close the room. Now, a lot of the times, if it takes 10 seconds, I can close the room quickly and the persons are brought back in 10 seconds. While if I have it set to 60 seconds, they have to wait a whole minute. So I would suggest using the smallest time increment for contest. But in club officers training, let us be completely honest. Don't we start selecting who's going to talk when they say when you see that wrap up message, don't when you see the room closing, that's when everybody starts saying, oh, who going to present in the main room? Am I lying? It's not how it goes. Am I the only one who that happens to, or I just always end up in the wrong room?
No, you're not.
All right, it's always when you see the room is about to close, countdown that they say, all right, Toastmaster Jerry, it's your turn. Every single time for club officers training, I always recommend setting that to 120 seconds because that's 2 minutes and it gives everybody that final wrap up period. So we basically covered the behind the scenes of the breakout room. Toastmaster Shonari, are you back? You're back. Are you ready to take over in breakout room? Okay, all right. Let me go ahead and make you see all this time. This is what happens when you put the settings on. All this time.
Shonari needs to be unmuted.
Yeah, but all this time he has been here, and guess what? He has not been able to unmute himself because of the security settings. All right, so this is a teachable moment as well. To make co-host, write the 3 dots beside the person's name, make co-host. Yes, it really is that simple.
Superman is back.
I tell you, and it looks as if I continue to train a good while after I was no longer here, really. I saw things happening on my second screen that were not related to what I was talking about. And I was wondering, what's going on here? All right. So
Lewis Lane got you covered.
Thanks, Sean. All right. So thanks a lot for that, Joni. You did well. And you know, before I went into that session, I was thinking, boy, I really need a break. I probably should just let Joni handle this. And well, the big man started it out for me. Thank you so much. All right. Any questions on breakout rooms? I think Joni did an awesome job. Are there any questions?
I think it really is now a matter of getting practical. Yeah, so I believe I have the information, but as somebody who is a bodily kinesthetic learner, I need to do it.
All right, so what I'm going to ask us to do is, and it doesn't matter who ends up creating the breakout rooms, but for us all to go through the steps of actually creating a breakout room. So let's say 5 breakout rooms that the persons are assigned automatically, and we're actually going to open the rooms, and it doesn't matter who opens them first. What I want, before you move though, what I want you to do is when you're in those breakout rooms, we're going to spend about 5 minutes. I want you to move between rooms, and I'm going to give you a sharing challenge. You only need to do it once and then move to another room. Once you've done, that's a really short time. All right, we'll give 10 minutes. So we're going to create the breakout rooms. I'm still here, yes. All right, and I'm going to post exactly what that challenge is in the chat. So you get a chance to actually play around with some stuff. When we come back, there's a query for focus mode. I know we still have to cover creating polls, and I want to show you how to help yourselves in terms of getting information from Zoom, and that should be it. We'll wrap up right after that. So I'm looking for my assignment. I'm still here. I haven't gone anywhere. So this list, this is what I want you to do in your breakout room. We have 10 minutes, so try and work quickly, help each other. everybody doesn't have to do everything. So you can take away some of this and do on your own, whatever it is, that's fine. And then the second part is in terms of moving between breakout rooms. When you're in the breakout room as a co-host, you will have the option to join different rooms. I want you just to move around. So I see rooms have been created, but there's some, this has where you have to assign persons manually. So let's recreate. Somebody recreate the breakout rooms. Somebody who is not a pro. I know my pros can do it. I know some of my amateurs can. So let's hit recreate. Share. So we're going to hit recreate, follow along, change it to 5, assign automatically, good. What were our options? Automatically move all assigned, we'll close, okay. Those are options are okay. Change this to 5. Right, so those using phones won't be able to do this. You just have to watch and move along. You can move between breakout rooms using a phone though. You can jump between them.
So we're actually just seeing your screen now, but we need to actually do that activity.
Actually do it. So go to breakout rooms and actually follow along and go recreate, change it to 5, and anybody can hit recreate. And you're going to do the things that I put in the chat. So
it means that those people who are in room 1 are now in room 5.
No, this means by create 5 breakout rooms, it's going to split the group into 5 sets of almost equal sets of people. So you're going to automatically get put in different rooms. But when you're in those rooms, I want you to play around. It's a smaller group of you. Think about the challenges on the side, different things that you may still be outstanding in terms of what you want to know about Zoom, etc. What is left for us to cover is creating polls. Somebody asked about focus mode, and I'm going to share information as to how you can continue to help yourself to develop your skills with Zoom. And that will be it. So if there's anything that while you're doing this, playing around and so on, if there's anything that comes to mind, come prepared to ask those questions when you come out of the breakout room. All right. Okay. So anybody can hit recreate. I'm trying not to do it. So anybody can do it.
Right. So having done recreate and gone through that process, you now need to
open all rooms.
All right, so I think we are all separated and we happen to be in this room together. Or no, you're still in the main room. All right. Well, I'm assuming we are still in the main room, so you haven't been able to change. All right, let me see what's happening.
No, I came back into the main room.
Okay. All right, because they're in the other room. All right. So is it that you were just testing and you just returned for the sake
So
of
this is room.
This is the main room. You're in the main room currently.
Yes. So we go to another room.
All right. So what are you on? Are you on a mobile device? I'll teach you how to move.
Oh, you move from room to room.
All right. So if you're on a mobile phone, touch the screen. You know, like how you would tap the screen to send a text or anything, touch the screen. And you're gonna see breakout room. Do you see breakout room?
Join room.
Ah, see you there, just like that.
You can get the camera, you can get your screen, share your
Join. Or not join. All right, so join. Yes.
All right. Hi, Violet. Are you also having a problem moving? Yes, we're hearing you.
I don't know how to move.
All right, you're on a mobile device, right?
I'm on a laptop.
You're on a laptop. All right, so what you're going to do in the three dots, do you see breakout room?
Hit the three dots.
Yes, that's the more. Do you see the word breakout room?
Okay, seeing start video, my background, choose virtual background, choose. No, I'm not seeing that.
You don't see the word breakout room, Violet?
No. When I hit the three dots, I see mute my audio, start video. The next column is.
I see you assigned, Violet. My problem is I don't want to tell you to do anything and then you close the room. Yes, we're hearing it.
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
I'm in two places at once. It's a Zoom master skill. So I'm in another room on the other device. All right. What were you saying when you said you're on your laptop?
Yeah.
And you don't see the option to join the room anywhere on the laptop?
Okay. Well, when I hit the three dots, I don't know if I can look at the bottom of the screen to find it.
All right, because you're a co-host, let me try to take away the co-host from you so that you don't mess with this. Give me a second. I'm gonna just remove co-host from you. All right. All right, great.
So hit the three.
You would not believe what I thought you were playing.
Hit the three dots.
Right, so go to the three dots and you're supposed to see breakout room. When you click on breakout room, it's supposed to just allow you to join.
Okay, so when I hover over my name, I'm seeing mute and I'm seeing the three dots.
No, at the bottom of your screen, you said you're on a laptop.
At the bottom of the screen.
Hold on. Right. So let me show you. At the bottom of the screen, you see the three dots that say more. I have my breakout room open. So at the three dots that say more, it's supposed to come up and you're supposed to see the word breakout room there, yeah?
Okay, let me see. At the bottom of the screen, I'm not seeing.
At the bottom of the screen.
Okay, at the bottom, I'm seeing participants, chat, share, screen record, live, transcript, breakout rooms.
There you go. That's what you click on and that's how you get there. Now, if you were a co-host.
Join the breakout room. Okay, I'm joining.
Beautiful. If you were a co-host, you would have everything I have, but I took it away because I didn't want you to accidentally close the room. Message me when you get back to remind me, okay? So Enid, Saloni, need help? I noticed Saloni left and Saloni came back and Saloni left again. Saloni's back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. I told Master Shelley, I noticed you came here.
Look here, listen to me carefully, Joni. I am only here, listening in, paying attention. Ona, don't call me to do anything.
No, I'm not calling you to do nothing. Let me put you to the room. That's jumping. All right. Let me
The
put
thing
it
is, when
down
I
to
get
you.
into a room, I'm trying to find out how to get out and get back into another room.
All right. So don't talk, but the room that you're going to go in and out of, they're doing activities in there now in it. So you'll go a different place this time.
You hearing anything? No. Are you still playing it on your end? I think I might have stopped it. All right, somebody else wants to give it a try, please feel free. I don't want to hug the show. I'm only here for the space holding and not doing anything. Hi, Marlene. Are you feeling better, my darling? Hi, Shelley. I'm on my way. I'm almost there. All right, hang in there. Yeah, man, 80%. Ay. You know what I always wanted to know how to do is to split screen on this thing so that I can have the Zoom thingamajig on one side of the screen and whatever is happening on the other side. I always have to end up escaping. And I'm sure there's another way to do it, which is to split screen. That's a Windows feature, not a Zoom feature.
All right, say that again, Toastmaster Marlene. Maybe I can assist you with that.
Oh, that's really Julie. We have this to fix this thing from a long time and it don't fix it.
We do, but it's about sizing your screen. I keep telling you, at the top of the screen, when you come back to the main room, I believe I can show you on mine how to size the screen so that you can see multiple things. Just remember when you get back to the main room, or if you want to sneak out now, I'm alone in the other room, so I can show you how to do it.
Oh, sneak out or sneak out?
Leave room, leave breakout room and come back to the main room and I can show you how to do it in the main room.
Oh, okay. So for me to do that, I would need to go back to breakout rooms thingamajig. And then
all right, no, you would look for leave. All right, at the top, you'll see room 1 and then you'll see leave. When you press leave, you'll see leave breakout room and leave meeting. Don't leave the meeting, just leave the breakout room and that will bring you back to the main room. And you'll see the other me in the main room.
All right, hold on. I have clicked on breakout rooms. I'm seeing breakout
Oh, no,
rooms
not breakout rooms, not breakout rooms. At the top of your screen, what you're going to see. All right, hold on, let me make sure. All right, yes, all right. No, I'm about to share. Oh, somebody else is sharing? Who is sharing?
Marlene.
Oh, Marlene, yeah, you need to stop. Yeah, stop. You're sharing the audio. You did the advanced share audio. Stop share.
Okay.
All right, so yeah, all right. So I should be able to share screen. Right now, we are going to Zoom. By the way, this is a tablet setup on how to share. So when you're on the tablet, this is what it looks like to share audio because you can share audio, but you have annotate and in that little arrow right there, you would ensure that that is selected to share audio. So where you would be going, Toastmaster Marlene, is if you look at the top, you'll see leave breakout room is what you're looking for. So don't click on the breakout room icon.
Marlene is using her laptop and I believe on the laptop it's on the bottom.
Okay, there you go. There you go, but the red button that says leave, but ensure that you select the blue button, leave breakout room, and not just leave completely. And she got it, so you guys can go back to your practice. Hi, see on this side now. So, Master Marlene?
Yeah, I'm here, but I'm
all right.
So all kinds of things on the screen.
You see my screen now?
I guess this is your screen with me and Marvel Rookie McLean.
Right.
And you?
Me. All right. So do you see the part that says participant screen?
I see participants.
Screen. Yeah. All right. So if you look, you'll see a little thing that looks like a down arrow. You have something that looks like 2 boxes, and you have the X. No, if the X is how you
Hold on, Jenny, hold on. Somebody else was speaking, so I was a little confused just now.
Oh,
all right, so I'm seeing your screen and it has all the other stuff at the bottom from the unmute to video security, the rest of it. So you're saying from here, in order to size the screen, I need to do what?
Right, you would go, all right, if you're looking at the screen now, at the top above participants, Toastmaster if you just joined, you have something that looks like a little line. You have two boxes and then you have an X, right? What you would basically do is those boxes right there, you would click on them. And that is how you size the screen. Now, once you click on those, you will see that, there we go. So once you click on those, you will have the option to make the size different, you see, and you can move this around. And that is how you get two of them or multiple screens. So I can have this there and I can have this here. And what I can do is I can use that box. You can size it by making it bigger or smaller. But it's that little box right there. The line is minimized, that big box. You notice it's a full box now that is sized. So that box is what you use to size. And it works across all applications, by the way. So now it's two boxes because it's full screen. Once you press on those two boxes, it goes to just one big box. Because
is there any way of using your cursor to put it on the box? I know exactly what box you're talking about.
You're not seeing the top of my screen?
I'm seeing the top of your screen that has a tick and recording and the two lines and then a little box, and then it has the view. So it's a little box.
It's a little box.
Is this box that I need to click on?
All right. Do you see my mouse?
Yes.
You see maximize highlighted?
Yes.
That's what you use. So when you have the two boxes, it actually says restore down, or those two boxes, that's what you click on to size the screen, and to bring it back to full view, you click on maximize. This is how you can just get rid of the screen. So say you want to get rid of the zoom window and just make it a tiny little baby thing because you have something else that you have to do. That's how you do that. But if you want to size the actual screen,
no, you're breaking out.
You have two things happening, because say I want to have this size, all right, but I want to be able to know that I have that up so that when I'm doing a portion of the screen to share, I already have that so I can fix it and size it like that. That is what I would use. I need to go over that again.
No, it's just that, I mean, I understand the maximize screen concept and, you know, making it, bringing it down smaller, but I'm not sure if I'm getting exactly what I need to do in order to have 3 screens, for example, even though I just saw you do it with 3 screens.
Right, no, all you do is open them and minimize one. So all you would do is open them and minimize each screen, and then you can have 3 of them. You can have 50 of them open. I do that and click in between the screens that you want to click in between.
So open and minimize each.
The only thing to remember is that little corner with the line, the boxes, and the X to close. That's where you focus on when it comes to sizing, and it's specifically those boxes, and that rule applies across all things Windows. So you will always see those exactly the same way across all windows. Once you do it, then you can size it to the shape that you want. Make it as big or as small as you want.
And that's the maximize box, the one with the two squares.
That is correct. This is how you, once the 2 is there, you can make it smaller. When you see one big box, it means that it's now minimized, so you can restore to make it to maximize it.
Joni, I thought this was a breakout room. I was lost. I was so lost. Because I was coming back to the main room to say, hey, Jody, we need to close in 2 minutes. I'm like, huh?
Yeah, I took the time to, I promised Toastmaster Marlene that instruction on how to minimize, which I think everybody's now going to get a chance to on the recording.
Oh boy, good, cool.
All right.
All right, so in 1 minute, we can close.
All right. I wanted everybody to come back so you could show them how to send the broadcast across the breakout room.
I showed them in some of the rooms, so I think they should be okay.
Okay. Yeah. So let me stop sharing them.
I just saw that it was on my list of things to do, and we didn't tell them
how to come back.
No, how to send it, but they'll get it.
The beauty of it is that we can do it now and add it to the recording so they have it for posterity.
Well, do it.
All right. So for the breakout room, in order to broadcast the message, just bring up broadcast message to all, type the message. You know, me and the type the message, I should have left this part to you.
In English, Jody, in English.
Let's hope it comes out in English. This is what happens when you're two places at once.
Just experimenting with joining the room.
All right, so the English part, let's see if I'm going to figure this out.
Recording in progress.
All right, just type come back, Jody. You must get that right.
You sure? Are you certain?
Good,
Because
that's it. Don't type anymore.
All right, okay.
All right, and we can go ahead and end them now. Close them.
All right, so to close all the rooms, it's really simple. Oh, right, we need to remember to say that you can't record in the breakout room and stop the recording.
Well, to cloud.
Yeah, can't record to close.
I managed the assignment, Shonari.
Yay!
Joni, I heard you say we can't record in the breakout room.
No, we cannot. It is why we ask for a facilitator during club officers training to manage that area, because what happens is the cloud recording is only accessible from the main room. You can, however, record to your local device from the breakout room.
Okay, yes.
But each individual breakout room would then require a different machine there. And also, I need to add, you cannot spotlight in a breakout room either.
Okay. Because I know we've had instances where we were placed in a breakout room to discuss things, and one person recorded, but it would have been recorded to that person's
to their computer, correct?
Computer, yeah.
So you'll see the option to local recording, which, by the way, can I tell you, this is really important that people know that there is a distinct difference. When you just click record, it goes to the Zoom cloud. For people who don't have space like me, and they ask you to record, what they're asking you to do is go to record, look for record to local device, or is it local computer or local device? But the important thing is it says local. That's what they're asking you to select, to put it on your computer and not to their almost non-existent Zoom storage space in the cloud.
I think we are back, and Toastmaster Claudia, I see your hand up. So, Claudia. All right. So.
Excuse me. So,
yes.
Question. So only those with a laptop will be able to leave the room, the breakout room?
No, you
because
can do it.
I realized that 3 of us was still on and the others weren't there.
No, you have the option to leave as well.
No, it didn't give me the option to leave on my phone.
Because what you needed to do, Claudia, if you tap the screen again, you would have
this is
four
Samantha.
little boxes up to anytime you're on your phone. And you're in it, you tap the screen and then you will see 4 little boxes. Usually come up to the left top side of your screen. Says breakout, that is what you would have touched, and then it will give you the other options to move to another room. That's what you're asking, right?
I'm talking when it is finished. When we're finished with the breakout room.
I understand, Samantha. You should have had the option to leave the room, and it should have showed up similar to like you seen that red leave on your phone right now?
Red leave, yes.
Right. If you had clicked that while in the room, it should have given you an option to leave breakout room or to leave meeting.
But that don't come up on my phone. The only thing that
it didn't come up then?
No.
Did you click
when
leave
they were
at that time?
That wasn't on top like it is now.
Okay.
The only thing that came up was to say that the breakout room will finish, I think, within 54 seconds, something like that. That's it.
All right. I'm not sure. So with your registration, go ahead, Joni.
All right. You know, mobile is my forte. Yes, stick to desktop. You know, I do the mobile thing because mobile is life. Do you have your phone turned vertically or horizontally? It matters. That's why. Turn the phone horizontally. And when you do that, it will create a landscape scene, which will give you that leave option. When you have it vertically, it does not always show up.
Okay.
Toastmaster Shonari?
Yes.
Claudia says she is unable to unmute. Can someone tell the host I'm unable to unmute, please?
Should be able to.
Thank you, Marlene. I just got unmuted.
Oh, okay.
Thank you. Okay, my question. So as a host, how do you move from one breakout room to the next?
Okay, so you'd have clicked on the thing that says breakout rooms, and then beside each room, you should see the option to join the room.
But so I know host is able to move around and go back to the main room, but participants sometimes are not allowed to go back to the main room until they're finished.
Right.
So,
and that's all controlled in your settings.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Right. So when we're done officially, persons who want to try things out or so on, you'll be allowed to do that. Thanks, Shelley. All right. So in terms of creating polls, that was one of the questions. So we'll clear that up quickly. Toastmaster essay it was. So I'm going to go through that. If any of you have any other questions, think of, like, have them ready, because we're in the wrap-up phase now. All right. So creating polls. I'm logging into my Zoom account. You have to do that from the portal. When you are logged into the Zoom meeting from the
where? From the where, Shonari?
The Zoom portal, zoom.us.
Okay.
Right. So we can just drop that in the chat, and that it's important because that. All right. Normally, I click on it from my own thing and it just jumps across to it without me having to do anything fancy or whatever. Polls are created per meeting. So if you have different types of different meetings, like I have meetings for different clubs, then each of them has its own set of polls associated with it. Polls, and I'm just waiting for them to pop up. So these are polls that I would have created for Nova Power speakers. The option shows up where you can create. So even if you don't have a pro account or a license account, get a Zoom account so that you can change features, you can play around for yourself. You can do a lot of stuff with the free version of Zoom. And you basically, so put in whatever your question is, best table topics speaker, for example. Who was the best table topics speaker? Your questions can be single choice or multiple choice. Single choice, only one answer is right. In this case, multiple choice means that you can have more than one answer per question, and it can be, and here's where you put the different persons. Essie Gardner, Joni Laidlaw. I'm not being very creative right now. And you can add, I know I saw Marva on earlier, whatever it is, and you save your poll. And in your meeting, you'll have the option to launch this poll. So you'll see something at the bottom of your screen where you see all the things that say security, participants, chat, etc. All of those, you'll see something that says polls. There are no polls set up for this meeting, or it's not enabled. But when you see those polls, then you can start the poll and end the poll and so on. So that's an intro into how to set up polls. While we're on the Zoom US site, in terms of helping yourself and really developing your skills, every time I'm asked to deliver some kind of training on Zoom or whatever it is, I go to the Zoom website, and Zoom has basically a training academy for Zoom. It has evolved over time. So at first there was like a basic video and an advanced video. If you want to learn certain things, you watch the basic video. If you want to learn other things, you watch the advanced video, and they've built out over time. There used to be a PDF document that had reference material. I'm going to drop the link in the chat. All of these are courses on Zoom split up into shorter courses, maybe a 5-minute watch, a 10-minute, a 15 minutes here or there. They have learning plans, like it's like an imitation pathways in Zoom, and you can actually get a certificate from Zoom for having completed their courses. They have live training, which you can register for, which they keep regularly. They have lots of recorded training. I'm going to bring your attention to, there is a segment for Zoom for education, which I think is one of these training sets. Oh, getting started with Zoom for education. I think it's a great training set for Toastmasters. So highly recommend it. It's just 50 minutes long, and it will help you to figure out how to use Zoom, to the interactive skills and all of those things that you would need in a classroom. I find are very useful for us here in Toastmasters. So this is how I find out about Zoom. You can go to YouTube, you can listen to what our Toastmasters says, you can go to trainings like the one we went to today. The value of being here today is that we got our chance to get it wrong and have somebody correct us and have other people say, hey, try this, try that, and the interaction, that was good. But there is significant information available to you on the Zoom site. I encourage you all to take advantage of it. The last thing that I will touch on, someone asked about focus mode. So look at the bottom of your screen, and you should see start focus mode, or click more and you'll see start focus mode. Are you seeing that?
Yes.
Okay.
No, which section?
Yes. At the bottom where it says more.
Oh, more.
So this focus mode, it's good for persons, especially in classroom settings or whatever else, because it limits the interaction between participants and how, so it limits that persons can see just what is being presented or whoever is spotlighted. So the presenter, whatever it may be being shared, and whoever is spotlighted. So you can keep people from distracting each other, especially in classroom settings, etc. That is, focus mode is ending part.
I think I accidentally clicked to start focus mode, so let's figure out how to stop it.
I think it's been stopped already.
Okay.
I think I clicked it on purpose as well. Are there any questions at this point in time? Any lingering questions?
Sorry, they started focus mode, Shonari. Would it be if you're doing a presentation, you're gonna make people use it that time?
Sure, in any situation. So like in Toastmasters though, we do want to see the audience reaction. We do want to actually see each other's reactions. So it's not necessarily the best thing for all Toastmasters meetings, but I can definitely see if you're in a classroom with or in an environment where there may be some people who may want to distract, or they're on camera and doing this, or they're in the background just having their own fun time. There may be times when you want to make sure that participants are not seeing each other distracting each other, basically. They're not seeing the foolishness going on in each other's worlds.
Okay, thanks.
Right. And yeah, it would not be, because we're all co-hosts now, you wouldn't get the full effect of it because we're all able to see through it. But that option, somebody asked me to go through that. Any questions?
In terms of starting,
Go ahead.
in terms of launching the poll, as the co-host, you can launch the poll, but you can't. It's the administrator of the Zoom plan is the one who will be able to set up the polls. Correct?
That is correct.
Okay, great.
That is correct. Absolutely correct.
Just a quick one on this focus mode, because I never tried it before. When I restart my computer next time and I go onto Zoom, will it automatically be off?
Yes, it's just for that meeting.
Okay.
Just for that time.
Okay, thanks.
No problem. Any other questions? Going once, twice, 3 times. We know it was a lot, but we are available. And as you can see, there's so many persons that have skill of different levels, and you are such good sports and willing to help each other out. So feel free to reach out and we'll continue to help each other as we go along. Toastmaster Joni, over to you. Did Joni get Murphy'd? Oh, no.
No, he did not get Murphy'd. Apparently, he picked on you today, which I really appreciated. It's nice having a break, even though technically he started before, but I've learned to mitigate Murphy's mischief. Thank you so much for your presentation and for sharing your expertise with us. Let me just offer just a little thank you, and you see, and there you go. I was wondering about it, you know.
You're going too well.
There you go. I was waiting on it. I was waiting on it, and it just had to happen. That's how it see. That is just how it always goes. So apparently, I don't mitigate this mischief as well as I think. One more time from the top, and you know what? I know why. It's because this is supposed to be a teachable moment. So let's have a teachable moment. So say you want to share your screen, but you don't want to share the entire screen. Case in point, I have a thank you for Toastmaster Shonari, but I don't want to share the entire screen. You go to advanced portion of the screen, then select share, and it will give you just a tiny little area or a pre-selected box of your choice that you can adjust. And this is what will actually be displayed, just the little area that you selected.
Now I know this one is right, and you know what? I think this is supposed to be insert joke here about how many times I've spoiled your name to the point where I apparently renamed you today. But thank you so much for sharing your expertise with us. And I know that there is so much more that could be covered, but it's a start. And how do we get better at the Zoom platform? Let's see.
Use it.
Toastmaster Terry? You can
Use
go
it.
ahead.
Use
it,
it.
exactly. I was going to say, what you do is you kick out the host during a contest, trying to get rid of Zoom bombers and can't figure out how to get them back in. You proceed to have to start the contest, close the contest because the Zoom settings weren't set up, and you have to go back and change the settings and then start the meeting all over again. You admit the contestants at the wrong time so that you have to put them back in the waiting room and figure out how to move them around. What is my point? Yes, Joni knows that she's good at the platform, but that came from a very, very, very long road of making quite a few mistakes. So for those of you who are here at the back end, where I look like a pro now and I have the breakout room set up from beginning, and because I know I can't spell, I have my little sheet so I can copy and paste the name of the breakout room to make sure that I don't rename them like I did Toastmaster Shonari a million times. That comes with making the mistakes and learning how to mitigate them. And the only way you can do that is to practice. Now, the beauty of Toastmasters is we have a space to do that. Don't shy away from doing the task, because it is in doing that you will become better. And at the end of the day, start simple. Participant screen and only admit. Then you get brave and you step up the chat monitor. Then you get brave from chat monitor and you step up and you think, you know, now I can make the breakout room. And until you're able to do everything. I look forward to us replaying it, doing it over. I will be sending the videos not only on how to zoom into Zoom, but also how to set your settings. What did we prove today? Most people have not actually set their settings to what they would prefer. So when I share this information with you, I will ensure that I also share that video. Today should explain to everyone why it's important to visit zoom.us and ensure that there is set as well, because if you don't have it there, you won't be able to have it here. Thank you so much again for your expertise. And if there are any more questions, I'll be happy to continue to answer. But I'm going to ask everyone to unmute and give, and I have to throw this in, distinguished Toastmaster Shonari Bullock a rousing round of applause.
Yeah. Big up Superman.
Yeah. Only our time, and only time.
Good job. Darl enjoyed it.
Next in our training series, we are going to put the power in PowerPoint. We're also going to take it, so it will be 2 PowerPoint presentations. Next up, the bullet points. Now we spoke about having fun and contests and having limes, but how do you do that? How do you make the game? We're gonna cover that in our next training coming up next week, Thursday. I look forward to everyone being there. If you're not a part of the WhatsApp group, I do believe everyone here should have my number. Reach out, I will have you added, because that is the way I have it set up. But if you have registered and agreed to be a part of our mailing list, I will send out our trainings there. It's just gonna be hard to keep you updated on what's happening because my brain tends to be in WhatsApp. And that being said, guess what we will also be doing? Do you want to know how to use WhatsApp? I think most people have an issue with it because they don't understand the practicality. That will also be covered in a future training. And the world champion as it relates to videos, the video contest champion, let me say it the right way because you have 2 of them. Second place winner was a video, it was a hybrid entry. But these video contests
winner for Toastmasters International this year, as well as Mike Carr, which is a 2020 winner of the video contest, has agreed to come and teach all of us. One, Mike Carr is doing it via a previously recorded video. The current winner is going to come and teach us how to connect with our camera, because an important part of the Zoom space is the etiquette, the movement, and the usage of this space. So I look forward to keeping all of us updated with future trainings, and see everyone back here Thursdays or Saturdays. And if you can't make it, because I know there are a lot of Toastmasters meetings, once you register, you will get the opportunity to be a part of the recording. But I can say, isn't it more fun being here in person and interrupting the trainer and getting the chance to ask your question personally? There you go. So I look forward to seeing everybody on the platform. But if you can't make it, once you register, we will share the video.